Welcome back to Hannity. Now, Fox News has obtained written testimony from 2 of the 3 Benghazi whistleblowers ahead of tomorrow's explosive hearing. Now, as we've learned, one of the men, Greg Hicks, who has served as a Foreign Service diplomat for more than 20 years, will start his prepared remarks by saying, quote, "I am a career public servant. Until the aftermath of Benghazi, I loved every day of my job." Joining me now, somebody who will be in attendance for tomorrow's hearing, Charles Wood. His son, Tyrone, was killed during the terror attack, along with 3 other Americans. Mr. Woods, by the way, and his daughters, Faith and Hope, are here. Girls, good to see you again. Welcome back. Mr. Woods, how are you? Good to see you.
Well, Sean, it's good to see you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Before we start this, I just want to give you a gift, and this is appreciation for everything that you've done for our family.
And this is your son, Navy SEAL, who stood against orders and went to save, and he did save, the lives. He was at the CIA annex. He was not at the embassy, and he went and saved the lives of
30-some people.
That's correct.
Exactly.
Well, I'm honored you gave me this, and I really am. Girls, you know, I know you loved your brother. It has taken us a long time to get here, a real long time. Where do you stand now? I have not spoken to you in a while.
Well, it's 7 or 8 months since this has happened, and really, until this last week, we haven't known anything more about what happened than we did back then. And finally, things are happening in Washington, D.C. We have several committees that have been formed who are getting the facts out. You may not know this, but a couple of weeks ago, there were 700 former Special Forces people who took us back to Washington, D.C. For 3 days, we met with congressmen and senators, and these were all good men, encouraging them to have these hearings. And our message to them was that so far we don't have any real credible evidence. You know, I'm an attorney, a retired attorney, and it's been all hearsay testimony. It hasn't been any firsthand. It's just been paper testimony, reports that were written, things like that.
But they've been putting obstacles in front of these guys. Let me play something that Hillary Clinton said when she testified.
Okay.
Quote, "What difference does it make?" Let me roll this tape.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make? It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again.
Does it make a difference to know the truth?
Sean, Hillary, she asked a question. If she asked that question of me, as you know, for 6 years I was an administrative law judge, and credibility is the issue. I would say, what difference does it make? Credibility. Because in a courtroom situation, we have a rule that says if a person's testimony is proven to be false in any part, the rest of their testimony is to be disregarded on that subject. And that's basically what we have here. The difference is credibility.
They screwed up. They denied the requests, the multiple requests for help before this attack. Apparently, help was denied during the attack.
That's correct.
And people like your son were told to stand down, but even outside help, that a C-130 waiting in Tripoli, we've now learned.
That could have saved his life.
Could have saved your son's life.
And it could have prevented the injury and to the other 30 people that were there at the consulate, Americans on American soil.
Who do you blame at this point?
You know, like I said, I've tried. It's hard.
Who are you most angry at?
Well, let's put it this way. No, I'm really not angry. Like
I'm angry.
Say I've forgiven.
Oh,
and
sorry, I am.
I'm trying to keep away from being the political as much as possible.
I know
now, it's difficult to bifurcate those 2 issues. But I think there's two questions. One is, the most important question is why. We need to know why the decision was made so that this won't happen in the future again. And of course, you need to know who, so you can ask the why question. But the why question, I think that, for the benefit of America, needs to be
When we
answered.
see these talking points in their original form, they knew the truth from the get-go.
Oh, that's...
And they altered them to impact an election. Do you disagree? You've seen the altered talking points. You know what the original talking points were.
Well,
so, that angers me that we were lied to so that some people can hold on to power. But I don't want to.
I don't want to get into that. But it would be nice if when politicians speak, you wouldn't have to say, well, are they telling the truth, or how much of this is true? You shouldn't have to weigh it.
Yeah.
Truth is always the best and the most powerful way to express something.
We haven't gotten the truth. Now, you're going to come back tomorrow after the hearings.
There is a hearing tomorrow, and this is what we've been waiting for in Washington, D.C.
And then tomorrow night, I'm dying to know what you think after hearing these. I've got a pretty good preview of what's coming, and I know, girls, you miss your brother. Yeah, every day. By the way, you guys, you did this for me. Thank you very much. I'm very honored. And I want to go move in with you guys in Hawaii.
You're welcome anytime.
I know, feel free.
All right, now, you're all coming back tomorrow night? All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, Sean, thank
I'm
you
very
again.
sorry again about the loss of your son. He's a true hero.
He was.
He really
and there's 1,000 more people
I know.
like Ty in the military every day.
We're blessed, honestly.
Okay, thank you.
And come